Hello, everyone out there. Good evening to you all. So, here I am with my weekly podcast show. And guess who do I have this time to advise you for career, what choices you should make, how you should make those choices? Well, I have a wonderful person here to talk to you, none other than Kosla. Okay? And uh, in the prime time of her life, she started out as a software engineer. Okay, am I right, Neha? And then
Yeah,
she transitions after a gap of 11 years or so. She decides, no, that is not her calling. Or maybe she has a different calling and she decides to transition to another career. She wants to become a coach. So, you see, children, I keep telling career is your ikigai. So you have to take this question very seriously. It's the most prominent decision of your life. So when you take a call on your career, so out there, all parents, all students, we will have some conversation with Neha Khosla. We'll find out why does a software engineer, uh, which is so much in demand as a career and a very, very well-paying job, isn't it, Neha? And she decides, no, she'll take a route detour, she'll take a U-turn, and she'll switch or go to another one. So, okay, Neha, thank you for consenting to come and join me on my show. I give you a warm welcome and a thanks once again. You are here with me on my show. So, yes, Neha, uh, okay,
thank you.
uh, a warm, warm
Thank you so much.
namaste. Okay,
Yeah, thank
yeah,
you so much for inviting me on your podcast,
yeah,
and I'm very grateful for that. So yeah, so I'm working as a project manager in Accenture from last 12 years and into
okay,
IT industry. And
yeah,
recently, I transitioned my career into mindset coaching, and I am actually passionate about what I'm doing. So, as you
okay,
said, finding our ikigai, that's what
yeah,
I went on
yeah,
a journey of self discovery and discovered that
yeah,
because most of our life we spend working, right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
it is very important we choose our career, do something which we love, and
okay,
so that's
yes.
what I discovered. Yeah.
Okay, Neha. So we have time. We'll come back to it. So I first want you to guide children who are interested in software engineering. What would you tell them? What would be their procedure? What should they prepare? What skills they should acquire? And it is a happening career. Am I right? It is a
Yeah,
happening
definitely.
career and much in demand. Okay. So if you could first give a little advice to our children out there, parents out there, what they should do to become a software engineer. And then we will talk about your transition. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So first of all, what they should do, I would definitely go back to the ikigai. Because
Yeah.
if you don't love what you're doing,
Mm.
there's no point in doing that. So first of all, find, is it really something you enjoy doing? If it's
Mhm.
coding or if it's any other stream in software engineering, it could be testing, or there are
Mm.
many things.
Yeah.
Cloud
Yeah.
computing, and these
There's
days
so
is
many,
AI,
even data
machine
analysis.
learning.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. So
endless.
many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if
Offshoots. Yeah.
you find
Mm.
that you're passionate about something, coding, programming, and you
Mm-hmm.
can spend a lot of hours doing that, then
Mm-hmm.
definitely go for it. And the
Mm-hmm.
skills part, I would say you can acquire the skills, any
Yeah.
skills you want. Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
that's not the
you.
concern. The main thing is it something you enjoy? Is it your calling? Are you
Mhm.
passionate about it? And that's the when you find that answers to those questions,
Mhm.
then you just, and even in IT industry, I don't think having a degree is also important. I'm seeing people without any degree. Just if you have the right skills, you have the right mindset, you have the passion, you
Yeah.
can uh, be in any of these streams in
Yeah.
software engineering.
So basically, it's
So
your skills, not just this. I think any career. So skills are the most important. These degrees are just the gateways, I believe. So you need a degree, maybe a brand. It helps you to launch yourself, and after that, it's just your work, isn't it? Okay,
yeah.
Neha. My next question to you: what were your some of the biggest challenges as a software engineer? There must have been some challenges when you took a call you took a decision maybe at your life, college days, or maybe school days. When were you quite sure that you'll go into software industry? When did you take this first decision? How early on in life?
Well, for me, I would say uh, I was not so mindful. Definitely, I would say, कि हम we follow the herd.
Uh-huh,
That's what I was doing actually.
yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I don't want everyone to do,
yeah,
because
yeah.
I did a
I
mistake.
was coming
That
to that. Yeah.
following the herd. Okay,
हाँ,
IT is hot. Let's go
सब
into
कर
this.
रहे
Let's
हैं तो हम भी
हाँ.
करेंगे, है ना?
So ऐसे
और
this was
इसमें
my thing.
स्कोप है, या बेसिकली तो
That
आपके
that's
पेरेंट्स
what.
का क्या रोल था व्हेन आपने ये डिसीजन लिया कि उन्होंने क्या बोला, जाना है नहीं जाना है, दे वर न्यूट्रल अबाउट इट?
Yeah, so honestly speaking, my parents did not have much role in this. Coming
हम्म,
from a Punjabi business wali proper family, my
ओके
father
ओके
was a businessman and my
ओके,
mother was a housewife. So इतना वहां से guidance नहीं मिला, right? So I had to
सो यू
choose
जस्ट
for myself.
मे बी
Yeah.
योर फ्रेंड्स
So
हैड
because
सॉफ्टवेयर.
I was very artistic. I was winning painting competitions in my school. I
या
was
या
into arts. I was into dance and music. But the thing
ओके,
is, when it comes to choosing a career, we tend to ignore our hobbies and passions. And क्योंकि
ओके,
हमारा एक mindset हो जाता है कि पढ़ाई करनी है, डिग्री लेनी है, फिर नौकरी करनी है, वो फिक्स सोशल ब्लूप्रिंट से हम चलते हैं. So all those were the things
so
that.
basically, Neha, sorry for the interruption. Basically, you just kind of flowed into the career, right? आपने
Correct.
conscious decision नहीं लिया था, है ना? I'm coming to it. So because that's a very important point. हम आगे जाके when we turn, take a U-turn or a right turn or a left turn, because life की ये beauty है, it's always open to you. आप किसी भी phase पे हो सकता है after 5 years you still decide something else is there for you, because we human
Yes.
beings evolve, है ना? हम लोग इवॉल्व होते हैं एज वी ग्रो, हमारा एक्सपोजर होता है, वी कम टू नो मोर थिंग्स, वी कम टू नो, वी गेट अ न्यू पर्सपेक्टिव, वी ग्रो. तो कहीं ना कहीं हमारी में भी करियर की कॉलिंग भी बदलने लगती है. देर आर सम हु आर वेरी steadfast, they don't budge like a north star, but there are some who go on changing, who feel they are transforming. So we are all individual human beings, unique. So now you tell me, अगर सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियरिंग में जाना है तो कोई नॉन टेक्निकल skills that you believe are essential to be successful in this career, because gradually we'll veer around to your emotional thing. So how can students and the new graduates develop these non technical skills? टेक्निकल
Yeah,
तो हो गई,
definitely.
तो उसमें
uh,
कौन सी skills you would recommend और क्या चाहिए और वो कैसे कर सकते हैं?
Non-technical,
Okay.
definitely the soft skills plays a major role in any kind of job. Soft skills, your communication, your body language, and your definitely your mindset when you're working, uh, your attitude, being responsible, taking ownership, leadership qualities, and all these things play a very, very important role. And the one thing which I have seen in my career so far is, especially in IT, people who are hardcore technical, they don't present themselves good enough.
Okay,
They
okay,
do
okay.
a lot of work, but they don't
Mm.
know how to present their work.
Okay, okay.
So
So
that
you
is
mean
really important.
okay? It's not just a software industry. I guess it is
Yeah.
wanting in our country across the Milo, like all across. You see, even there was a time IITians. They were wonderful, wonderful techies, brainies, but somewhere the employability, as you look at it now, things have changed. People have become aware of it. You need to groom yourself, you need to have a personality, you need to have a behavior. Having a technical skill is one part. More important is your behavior, I believe, is your mental health. So in
Yes.
any career you may be, it may be technical, it may be non-technical, it is your mental health that actually makes you do well, not just in your career, but even at your level, your health wise, your personality wise, your relationship wise. So what is your take on it? Uh, how can students and graduates at their level develop these skills? The non-technical ones, the behavioral
So
skills. Yeah. So, what would you
yeah.
tell them? Should they start it earlier on, Or people wait for the career. Okay, I get into a career, and then they decide, okay, I need some grooming, I need some this, I need some that. But it should be part of, I think, education system. It should come to you
Yeah,
right from school,
definitely.
right from your college life. What are we waiting for? So, like you see, so many engineers are being churned out year after year in our country. We are a land of teeming millions, and you see how many are employable. How many they may be having the degrees, they may be having the skills, but then to put them across, you do need some presentation, some behavioral, the depth in the personality, a deeper perspective, a wider perspective. So, Neha, what do you say? Especially when you navigated your
Hmm.
career, and if somebody feels stuck in their current career and is contemplating a change, I think you are a right judge. When did you get the first calling? Okay, I need to switch. What made you? What was your trigger that you decided, oh no, let me travel? But presently, maybe you're traveling on the two boats, right? It takes a
Yeah,
while to totally make a
yeah,
break and literally skip to another one. After all, survival is there for the human beings. We need to break through, right? So, what would you say? What was your first point, ignition point, your maybe epiphany time that no, I need to do this? What was that?
yeah. So it happens, after being 12 years in the industry,
Mm.
I wanted to do something of my own,
Okay,
not being dependent on a job.
okay, okay.
So something
Mhm.
of my own. Why? Because I discovered one of my core values is freedom.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
So during the coaching,
Mhm.
otherwise I would have never known, because
Mhm.
sometimes in life we
Mhm.
feel unfulfilled and we don't know why we feel that way.
Here
So
comes
to
the
get those
insight.
answers, I
Yeah.
explored, I got into a lot of things,
Mhm.
spirituality,
Mhm.
meditation,
Yeah.
discovered my calling, discovered
Mhm.
my core values is one of it
Yeah.
was freedom. So that motivated me to
Okay.
build something parallelly as an entrepreneur, as a coach, build
Mhm.
something parallelly. And
Mhm.
so that I have so at this age, at 35, I will not I did
Mhm.
not think that, oh, now it's gone, it's done, because I am thinking about the life ahead of me. What
Okay.
can I do? I can start from scratch, right, again.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
as you say,
Uh-huh.
there is no age to start anything. So I
Oh,
discovered
right.
that, and I built
Mhm.
it parallelly. So I would say
Mhm.
the one thing which motivated me was building financial freedom, time freedom for myself,
Mhm.
because the job, I was spending 12 hours daily. There was no balance. I was trying to maintain that, but there was a lot of struggle, lot of stress. And because there was a lot of stress, I learned the positive coping mechanism to deal with the stress, like meditation, mindfulness, and yoga, and a lot of practices, NLP, neuro linguistic programming, healing.
You've done all
So
these.
I would
Uh-huh.
say,
You've done the
I would
courses
say
for
that,
these. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm.
yeah,
So
it
you were
helped me,
initiated into this. Yeah. Yeah. You know,
because the stress helped
yeah.
me to
Mhm.
learn how to deal with that
Yeah.
stress.
So at times stress is good because stress is the creator. Stress makes you innovate, and you really find a way out. And you stress is never bad. I always see a silver lining in that also. But for the struggle, but for the stress, we wouldn't be striving hard. We wouldn't be working hard. So let the stress be there. It's a much maligned word in our present society. People talk of stress, stress. Oh my God, it's not that bad. It's fine. We need some stress. Okay. So now, how do you see the future of work evolving, especially in your tech industry? Now, you took a switch after gaining, acquiring all those skills. So, if a person learns all that, so personally, I would say don't let it go. Maybe you can run in parallel with it because it takes a while to learn something and then give it to the world. And if you're good at it, let's not laugh. So, what would you say? How would you see the future of this tech world evolving? Perhaps if in your career all this had blended earlier, the spiritualism, your meditation, and all this had come earlier, maybe you wouldn't have thought of a switch. What do you think about it? How do you reflect on it? Like this came to you when you became aware of these things. Had this awareness been there right from the beginning, do you think the switch would have come, or you would have taken an earlier decision? Like, when I look at you young people, I at times ponder over it. I did a job for 30 long years, and towards there was a point of time I loved it. I loved my job, but yes, there are some pointers that make you, uh, that tick you, that poke you, and then you want to take a decision. It was very difficult in our period, in our times. Nowadays, I see youngsters, oh my God, they quit their job like anything. It doesn't matter. Anybody you hear, they don't stick it around maybe 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. And not just job, I've seen them changing their lines also. Totally, altogether different. So that's the beauty of you guys, the millennials. You will do anything. So now, can you share your journey from being a software engineer to becoming an emotional healer, emotions healer? So, what was the key factors that prompted you because you were initiated into it, or were there some other triggers?
Yeah.
This-
So, as I said, one thing was building financial freedom and time freedom, which motivated me. And then my calling, as you said, ikigai. So, I
Mm,
discovered that.
mm,
Uh, because when I reflected back to my life,
mhm,
I found
mhm,
that these qualities of a healer or a coach were already, as an emotional coach, it was
mhm,
already there in me. Why? Because when I reflected, this was one of my strength, and it is one of my strength till now. Since childhood, it has been that I am very empathetic. I understand what others are going through. So naturally, when people come to me, they share they are very open and comfortable in sharing with me.
okay, okay.
So so I would say, discovering my strengths which were already
Mhm,
there, and
mhm,
that also was a factor. It was a calling. I wanted to contribute, and this is because my job, it's good. I'm not saying it is something which is not good, but it's good. I was enjoying, but the
mhm.
thing is, I was not finding meaning in my
Okay,
life doing
okay.
that. So
Mhm,
I wanted my life to be more meaningful. And when I see my life as more meaningful, when I contribute and
mhm,
make, help others transform their lives, that's
mhm,
me a deeper meaning and a sense of fulfillment. It could be
mhm,
something else for somebody.
mhm,
So
mhm.
everyone has their own
Yeah,
unique thing
yeah.
which they find meaning,
The strength, the desires,
purpose.
like, yeah, yeah. So now tell me, how did your background in software engineering help you in your current career, particularly as an emotions healer? I'm sure it must have helped you because you were already tech savvy. And when you come
Yeah,
online,
so that's
so that has been a real rock pillar, a strong pillar behind you. Because there are non-technical people who keep
I would
wondering, yeah, how do I navigate this? How do I
correct.
be around? Yeah. So that must have
So
been
I
a
would say
real help.
both way it helped me. Both way.
Mm-hmm.
My technical
Mm-hmm.
experience helped me in this coaching career. In my coaching career also helped me in my current job also, improving my
Okay.
communication, improving my,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
when I improve on my
Mm-hmm.
mindset, I improved in my current job also,
Yeah.
because both way, because
Yeah.
learning never go waste, so I would say definitely my technical skills. So it was very easy for me,
Uh-huh.
setting up the things in, when you come as a digital coach or in digital marketing, there are a lot of technical stuff you need to do. So that was like
Mm-hmm.
a cakewalk for me. That's nothing big for me. uh,
Yeah.
in seconds or in few minutes I can create some good content and post, so that would come. And since I am a visual person, creative, that was in me, so I like creating
So you have come to your
content.
natural spot. You have
Yeah, that's
transitioned. I'm
combining
sure.
my spirituality,
Yes.
technical, and
Yeah.
learning
So
entrepreneurship
you see,
also.
nothing ever goes waste. So in fact, that gave you a
Definitely.
very strong cushion, a very strong pedestal to start from. Maybe it gave you a diving board, a high diving board where
Yeah.
you could really take it, isn't it? That nothing ever goes waste. So that's what I would tell the children also. If you're unclear, if you think this is it, maybe parents are telling, your peer are telling, siblings are telling, never mind, explore. your epiphany, your enlightenment will come one day. So once you throw yourself in the water, it's only then you know the depth of the water, isn't it? So feel the water. Uh, it shouldn't be so much of a dilemma, so much of a doubt, or so much of a confusion. Okay, so now, Neha, can you share any memorable experience from your time as a software engineer that taught you an important lesson? You're too
uh,
new in this phase as an emotional coach, right? You're in university there. So when you did, I would rather say just now you are a veteran in software industry. You put in some years. So any memorable experience that you thought gave you an important lesson? Perhaps that was the experience that made you switch or whatever. Any story to
uh,
share? Mm.
yeah, story. Okay, there have been a lot of stories. You are saying a story where I learned something, right?
Yeah, yeah, especially in your software industry. So,
Okay.
especially when you transition from engineering to emotions healing, maybe some experience happened, something
Uh-huh.
happened, and then it made you think deeper, maybe find out other venues. What was that experience?
Well, yeah, definitely. One experience is that in the IT industry, I'm not, with due respect to everything, there is a lot of things which need to improve at the leadership level. Some things are not going good in some projects, like suppose maybe the work environment or culture,
Mm-hmm.
it's not good for your mental or emotional health when there is a lot of working hours, stretching, burnouts,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of deadline pressure.
Yeah.
See, that is there, but if it is very constant, it's
Mm.
always there, that's
Yeah.
the problem. So
Then it
that
becomes
was
a big
the,
deal. Yeah.
yeah, it was,
Uh,
it's sometimes it's okay, sometimes we stretch sometimes, but if it's a continuous pattern
uh,
and things, I was trying to improve things and I
mm.
escalated things at the leadership level. So there were a lot of stuff. I cannot share the whole story, but
Yeah.
uh, due respect to everybody in my
Yeah.
organization.
So,
So
so did you
that
notice,
is,
Neha, any common patterns or issues that your clients from the tech industry face? Like, were there any common patterns that not just you, even others you perceived they were also going through? And now that you become a healer this side, you understand it better. And perhaps you feel, no, this could have been done or that could have been done. Things are
yeah,
not as it
definitely there
yeah.
are a lot of common patterns across.
Mm,
People are don't know how to deal with stress,
mhm,
and there are a lot of communication gaps. I see
mhm.
there it has to be a proper better conflict resolution, because we get into conflicts also. So there
Uh,
is a proper communication which everybody should learn how to
yeah.
deal with such situations. And
Mm,
most of the major thing is clarity. I see lack of
mm,
clarity,
yeah.
yeah, within the
Uh,
software industry also, IT industry also.
yeah.
uh, People are not clear where
Okay.
I see myself after 5
Mm,
years or 10 years. They don't know where they want to go, in which direction, you know
yeah.
there are a lot of streams. You can go into project management, you can go into hardcore technical stuff, there are a lot of things, but
Mhm.
that also is something, people are doing coding, programming, because I even switched within my career also from coding to
Okay.
as a scrum master, as a project manager.
Okay. Okay.
And
Okay.
I happened to be the right person at the right place, things got aligned, so it was easy transition for me.
Mhm, mhm,
So one thing I would say, these things, I see a
mhm.
common pattern: lack of clarity, don't know how to the positive coping mechanism to deal with stress, conflict resolution, all these common things I see around me which can be improved.
Okay, Neha, I have a feeling now that I'm talking to you that even within it could be IT industry, it could be software industry, it could be any industry. If people really work on their emotions and mind, which can be done at any level, at any stage, you agree with me? At any level, at
Correct.
any
Yeah, definitely.
emotions, I personally feel are the most important part of our entire personality. It's the mind. Whatever we are today, it's the mind. So if our mind tells you do this, we do this. If our mind says things are not fine, things are not fine. And because the world is evolving, Parents are really busy, they are struggling hard, joint families have broken up, and there is a little lack of value education in schools scenarios, I strongly feel. And this internal education is not given per se. So human beings are left to themselves. They don't have emotional maturity. They don't have that mental wellness with them. If that could
Hmm.
be roped into it, perhaps things wouldn't be as difficult. I'm sure, like you, many others within your comrades, maybe your co-workers, they were also struggling at the mental level, at the emotional level. So, what would you say to that? How do
Yeah,
you see?
definitely. As a human, we are not given that user manual for our mind. We don't
Okay,
know
okay.
how to use it.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So definitely it's very important to learn that, learn your inner engineering, your
Mm-hmm.
how your emotions reflect on your
Mm-hmm.
thoughts, emotions, and behavior and mental health. Definitely, if that education is given along with the
Mm-hmm.
normal education, that will definitely help everyone.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's really important, because I would say in success, uh,
Mm-hmm.
80% role is of mindset and 20% skills.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
skills is
Yeah.
there, but along with
Mhm,
that, you need to have a strong mindset, so
mhm,
that you are resilient and you are not giving up. You know
mhm,
how to deal with stress or any kind of your emotions, like
mhm,
unresourceful states. So we need to
mhm,
be in our resourceful states, which is happiness, joy, and be in high energy, so that we can
yeah,
be performing at our full potential.
yeah,
So
yeah,
to express your full potential, it's
yeah.
definitely important to coach, get that coaching for yourself. Mental wellness,
Mhm,
emotional wellness is very important.
mhm.
And
Okay.
definitely, just finding my purpose helped me in all the areas: relationships, career, money. Everything gets
Mhm.
aligned when uh,
Because
learn about
generally what
mindset.
happens is people get stuck with just one kind of thing. They say focus, focus, focus. It's good to focus, but then life is not just one meal. It's a holistic thing. To live happily, you need to have your health, you need to have your relationships, you need to have your mental fitness, you need to have so many things. You need to have a good career, you need to have security. So it is not just career, there are many more things attached to it. And how can
Yeah.
you say now that individuals can build emotional resilience to cope with career related challenges? Do you think individuals can build emotional resilience? Are there any specific techniques or practices that you recommend for maintaining emotional health within your
Yeah,
zone?
definitely. There are a lot of techniques out there, so I would suggest, adopt the ones which you resonate with,
Mm,
because there are a lot of practices,
mhm,
meditation practices. I am a big follower of Sadhguru. I do my
mhm,
meditation sadhana in the morning,
mhm.
meditation, dhyan, and or if you like, journaling is a very good
Very good
practice
way.
to
Mhm,
reflect. And
mhm,
for your emotional health, when
mhm,
you're overthinking, when you have a lot of thoughts, write, take a
mhm,
pen and a paper, write it down. It is
mhm.
called a decluttering technique.
Yes,
So
yes,
that's
yes.
a very simple technique, but people don't do that.
Mhm.
When you do it, you will know how it is making a difference. When you practice
Okay.
journaling daily,
Yeah.
so this is one of the technique. Then there are a lot of things I have been certified into. Ho'oponopono, that's a Hawaiian
Yeah.
technique for healing,
Yeah.
uh,
Mhm.
for your emotions. You know that I love you, I'm sorry, please
Neha, I
forgive me.
personally use this Hoponopo and it has given me immediate results. I am a fan of this.
Yes,
It has
yeah, it
genuinely
has.
given me. So this is my actually emergency spotter, and I resort to it whenever I feel, oh, where is the way out? Okay, Hoponopo, Opnopo gives me the way out. Wonderful. Okay, so Neha, the last question for the day today. We'll wind up then. How can parents support their children? Number one question, in making informed career choices. You think so? Parents can play a role in helping the
Yeah,
children make informed
definitely.
career choices. Okay. And then what should parents keep in the mind when they are guiding their children towards a particular career path? So you've been there and now you are here. So what would you say? Tell the parent.
Yeah,
I have
definitely.
a lot.
I'm a mother to a 8-year-old son. So
Mhm.
to him, I make sure. So first thing, parents play an important role definitely in their child's career.
Mhm.
And the second thing, how they can help is, I would say again,
Mhm.
give them exposure.
Mhm.
You know, it's not only studies. There are a
Mhm.
lot other options.
Mhm.
You know, in India,
Mhm.
uh, children, you know, youngsters in 20s, they are becoming entrepreneurs, crorepati, and they are
Yeah,
becoming
yeah.
millionaires,
So
right?
many stories.
So
Yes, yes. Mhm.
so I would
Things are.
say to the parents, give them the options to explore themselves,
Mhm.
and give them that stage, whatever you can do for them, and let give them the freedom to decide
Yeah.
what they want to do in their life. After
Mhm.
all, it's their life, right? Don't force your things on them, I would say.
Mhm.
Let them free, let them decide, but you give them
Mhm.
the uh, platform, a stage, or whatever you
Mhm.
can give to explore different areas, and then let them
Yeah.
decide.
So that's the initial stage when the children are really young and they need parents. At times, parents really make an effort. They try to explore, they find out. I have seen it within my own zone also because I'm a career consultant there. Some parents go out of the way. But as my long journey of 30 years in a school as a teacher, trainer, principal, and vice principal, I saw, oh my God, parents just throwing their thing on the children. And children would not be so worried, parents would be worried. I have genuine case studies to share if ever the time comes, where parents have forced their will on the children and children have failed in the exam. Very close
Mm,
people of mine have failed CBSE 12th standard. The parents were after the child, the girl daughter, to pursue science, and the girl was not interested. She was not meant for that. And today that person is doing so well, I can't tell you, just because she didn't take up science again. So I think there is a lot of message for parents never to force. Okay, now suppose the child has taken a career decided by parents or decided by himself, or just he kind of glided into it because everything was happening around him. It happened to you, it happened to me perhaps. And then what would you say to someone who feels stuck in their current career and that person is contemplating a change? Do you have something to say that?
yeah, definitely. It's totally me because I was
Mm,
there.
mm,
So I would say, uh, if you can take a coaching, life
yeah.
coaching or a career coaching, definitely, because if you would do it alone, you could have done it, right? So we need mentors, we need, everybody
Mm,
needs, even big
yeah.
celebrities, athletes need a
Yeah. Yeah.
coach,
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
consultant, or a, you know, mindset
Yeah.
coach or a career coach. Take
Yeah.
that coaching, reflect, that will help you to reflect, find
Yeah.
your deeper inner core values, and then go back, take a
Yes.
step back, then align your life with your core values, and then design your life the way you want,
Yes.
design your career the way you want.
Yeah.
Because then you will, you know, when you will get that clarity, then there
Mm-hmm.
is no going back. You know where you want to go, and then you will always be going in the right direction. That
Yeah.
is important, because clarity for me is everything. Clarity has given me this
Automatically everything
confidence.
dissolves when that haze goes. When the clouds go away, it's a clear and fair weather even for the mind. So fine,
Yeah.
Neha, I thank you once again. It was great having you
Thank
here
you.
in
Great.
conversation with and
Same
dwelling
here.
on the aspect of this very important aspect of student life. I thank you once again, and I wish you all the best for your future venture. May you get your peace, your ikigai, and yes, do well there. So, out there, all parents and students, you see, life is beautiful. It has a lot to offer. Never ever feel constrained or limited or tied. You just need courage to stand up. Stand up. If you are getting a call, if you are getting a feeling that you need to turn, go ahead, take a turn. Life is big and beautiful. You can do it at any time, at any stage, at any time, at any age, right? So, with this, we wind up. Thanks, Neha, again. And thanks, everybody out there I'll see you again in my
Thank
live
you.
next Sunday. Basically, it's a Sunday podcast, right? And I'll see you all there approximately the same time. So, bye for today, and I'll see you again. Okay? Neha, bye.
Thank you. Bye
I end
bye.
this. Yeah. Okay.